Hello, Fredak here. Fred ACC, all one word. Alrighty, it is Thursday, April the 3rd. No April Fools here. Stock market down quite a bit today. Those things happen. Posted something earlier. Might want to take a peek at it. For those of you who subscribe to the Fredak Thoughts in My Head. Alrighty, so why do I make a point to mention the day and the time and the price of XRP? That is because I don't want to be accused of redboarding anything. Be that as it may, I want to thank you all for being here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I try to keep this somewhat short and, about sweet, but short and to the point, and I try to bring something in your direction that you're not going to hear from all the other talking heads. With all that being blabbled, it is April the 3rd. It's a Thursday. It is about 6 p.m. What time is it right now? Let's take a look at the time. What time is it? I'm out here in the RAV 2025. The RAV4, 6:10 p.m. East Coast time. XRP at about $2.05, $2.06. I'm going to post something in the next 15, 20 minutes about called, what's that going to be called? Mainstream. Mainstream. Multiple postings for today. Don't miss out on them. If you like to hear what Fredak's blabbling's got, it's not financial advice, just the ideas that are swirling around in my head. And he's got notes. Oh my goodness, notes. Let me be upfront and say that I was the one that put this out there back in October, Generational Wealth, that I thought it was some type of a vehicle, the XRP, that could change people's lives. Going from 52 cents to $3, over $3. It helps people out. If you bought like 200,000-300,000 of them, fantastic. Then it changed your life a little bit. Probably if you had that kind of money, it didn't change it all that much. But I'm in this thing for the big, big picture. So let's get right into all this. But each of you has to make that decision. A little late to the party for me to be sharing all that, but I've said that all throughout many of my postings is that, hey, look, if they're turning off your electric, or if your game plan was to buy this to double or triple your money and you hit that level, then you take the profit. There's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, I believe that this is going to be the financial vehicle of the global monetary system for so many different reasons, and I've posted some of them. But let's add a few more interesting tidbits from the notes. What is going on behind the scenes? Well, hello! Whenever you hear hello, that's kind of like, that's like a little bit of a, you might want to take it, like write this one down, like in that geometry history class when they're like, yeah, George Washington was the first president. You might want to write that down. That's probably going to be on the exam. Okay, no exams here, but hello! We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But I have heard rumblings that Ripple is possibly wheeling and dealing with institutions. Now, I wish there was more transparency. And if any of you guys out there, my subscribers out there, people that are new subscribers, and I hope you subscribe, I haven't received a dime for any of this, and I'm not on here for that reason. I've got my share of XRP, and if it runs like I think that it's going to be a life-changing financial moment for me, my kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, greatest grandkids, and the ones all the way to whatever. But that's just how I look at it all. So, back to the possibility. Are they dealing with institutions? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I don't know. But let me ask you this. Do you think anyone is going to let you or I in on it if the institutions are grabbing a bunch of this wheeling deals with Ripple? No. Heck no. Now, part of me says, shouldn't the Ripple people be trying to help this along? Yes and no. There might be other outside ulterior reasons why they are not. Maybe it looks bad for them. I don't know what it could be. And they also might take the approach of, look, we've been at this for many, many years. We're not looking to surge it like there's an IPO coming real soon, that we need to add a lot of fluff and window dressing. That might not be the case. Fair enough. All fair enough. But one thing that I know is that they're not going to let you or I know what's going on. Not the everyday Joe Shlomos. Hello? Do you think if this is happening with the institutions that they might get their share of this info with their big money people? Yeah. Do you think that if there's stuff going on behind the scenes, somebody out there might not say to somebody else, hey, look, I always come down to your island, to your resorts here. We got something going on behind the scenes with this company called Ripple, with this XRP. You might want to grab a chunk of this thing here. How does somebody else purchase, like, I don't know, 8 million, 15 million? I hear about these whales. I'm not a whale. I don't know if any of my subscribers are whales. If you are, that's great. Toss us a comment. Say, look, I'm a whale. I purchased 15, 20, 30 million of these back at whatever. But I don't think that's the case. Okay. So, hello, you'd have to be thinking that when there's something out there in the financial world, somehow, some way, people get wind of it. How does it happen? I don't know, but it seems to happen. Okay. When the trades on XRP become totally transparent, that is going to be an eye-opening moment. Hello? If that doesn't all make sense, play this back again. Follow it along. My multi-millionaire friends. Notice the word multi. Let's get the Wayback Machine going. This is something that you don't get from all the other talking heads. Alrighty. Sherman, Mr. Peabody, for those of you who remember him, set the Wayback Machine. Let's go back in time a little bit. Back to, October 22nd. Some guy posted something about generational wealth. Maybe October 22nd. Mumbled about, you could do this, buy a lottery ticket, hit the Powerball. Or you could get involved with this thing called XRP. It's at about 52 cents right now. 52, 53. I think it was more like 52. You had plenty of opportunities to get it right around that price for a good 3 to 4 weeks. Then, early November, it starts to take off. And boy, does it start to take off. So, we're setting the Wayback Machine. Mr. Peabody, Sherman, let's go. What was it that drove this thing to zoom up in price? Absolutely nothing, as far as I know. There was nothing specific that came out that caused this thing to run like that. Doubling, tripling, quadrupling. 7, 8, 10, 12 years from now, when you look back on the crypto world, where will we be? Hard to say. Probably not going to be where we are right now. I personally think XRP is poised to be the one for so many different reasons. It dipped down here to the low twos. It's cracking $2, $1.98. And I'm going to post something about that momentarily. It's going to be called Mainstream. You don't want to miss it. Mainstream. This gives me a lot of insight to what's coming in the near future. And you don't want to miss that. Okay. So the new form of global monetary movements, we're supposed to be years off, but no. Things can change very, very quickly. How many people in 6, 7 years from now, if paper money disappears, the same way that the telephone, the same way that they used to have this thing called a telephone and a landline phone, and people would call you up and be like, hello, Grandma, or, oh, Jimmy, you want to go to the movies today? Bah, 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 bah. Then we evolved to the cell phone. Now, most people that are not in my age bracket, not that I'm 100 years old, but I'm getting there. Those folks that predate the cell phone, they remember those days. All of those that were born into the cell phone couldn't imagine what it was like going to the corner and finding a payphone or at the pharmacy or whatever and putting a dime in there and calling somebody or whatever. It's beyond the realm of their knowledge base. And how will that change 8, 10, 12 years from now? It's interesting to try to look towards the future, but we all have no idea what it all brings. But okay, I try to be on both sides of everything with all of you guys. To the downside, this is to the downside. When it comes to the crypto world, I see a bit of a problem with it. For example, if I sell automobiles at my new car automobile lot, and I have a car that goes for $85,000, and that's my standard vehicle that I have, and I accept Bitcoin, and I sell 16 cars on a Saturday, and 11 of them pay with a Bitcoin that's at $85,000. I'm going to need someplace to lay off those Bitcoins to lock in my $85,000 price. Otherwise, I'm at the risk of fluctuations that by tomorrow morning, it could be down to $78,000. There goes a lot of my profit. Or it could fluctuate upwards. But I'm gambling. So at some point, some way, somehow, whatever becomes the standard currency for the crypto world, it's going to have a peg to a certain price. And the only one that can probably do that is the United States. Why? Because they have the reputation, they have the wherewithal, the size of the nation. So everything would point to the fact that at some point down the road, if there is going to be a whole new global monetary system financially, it's probably going to have to travel through the United States. And I think the United States is aware of that, of the administration that we have in place right now. And those are all good things for the crypto world. I personally think that the rails are being put in place in a big, big way for it to be XRP. But it has dipped down to these lower prices here. Now, I went in to try to buy some today, and I'm going to extrapolate on that on Mainstream. Mainstream is going to be posted shortly. I'm going to have to blabble on that because it's a different topic. And I got to stop and have something for dinner. So, with all that being said, I want to thank you all for being here, and I'm not trying to induce anybody to own XRP. I know that I have. If you bought this thing lower, if you bought this thing higher, let's say you bought it a lot higher at $2.90, is it really going to matter 12 years from now if you sell it for $380? No. Now, maybe you won't. And if it doesn't become mainstream functionality, adoption, then I'm not sure why it would be worth anything much. Any of them. All these crypto things. What value do they have? It's not a screwdriver. It's not this, it's not that. Its design is to be used as a form of currency. So what will get adopted as the form of currency? Or will it happen? Maybe it won't happen. And if it doesn't, then I don't see the functionality to XRP, Bitcoin, or any of these other things. But the big money seems to be giving you the little tip-off that something's coming in that direction. Alrighty, well, don't miss Mainstream. We're going to post that shortly. May all your days be winning ones. I hope you subscribe. Thanks for stopping by.